Hello YouTube, DroidFreak here, and today I'm going to show you an improved version of the 3x3 piston door that I uploaded a video about like yesterday. This version is much faster than the other one, and it can also be powered by pressure plates. It is so fast that I can actually sprint straight through the door without getting stuck usually. I'm not sure what happened there, because wow, it just immediately broke. Because pretty much every other time I've tested it, you can sprint straight through. Test that again. It's weird. I've been doing this like all the time because it's so much fun, and it never got stuck that much. See, now I can sprint through it a bunch of times without it getting stuck. Weird. If you really want to make sure that you don't get stuck, then just stand on the pressure plate to open the door, and then just walk straight through. Pretty simple. So, this door is pretty ridiculously fast for a 3x3 piston door. I don't know of any other 3x3 piston door that can be opened by a pressure plate at this distance and allow you to sprint right through. But part of the reason is that you can walk through falling sand. So actually the sand is still within the 3x3 outline when you sprint through. It's just in the process of falling, so it doesn't block you. So the way that I got this so fast is I completely redid the underground circuit. But another thing that I did is I moved this line of redstone that was basically like down here next to the pistons. I moved it on top of the pistons, which makes the whole above ground design one wide and makes it look a little bit nicer from above, but it also adds one block of height to the door frame. So it's really a trade-off whether or not you want to make this change. You can either go with the shorter door frame and have the redstone out on the side, or you can go with the taller door frame and make it look a little bit better from above. Yeah. So this is the revamped circuit that I made. So it works pretty much. I'm going to go explain it in more detail though. There are two arrays of pressure plates. Each one of them is 2x3. They're connected in the center by this little redstone line there, so that they both power all the same stuff. So whenever you step on one of those pressure plates or flip that lever, it sends power around to here first. Or rather, it cuts the power to this first, which retracts that top piston. What happens next is this bit of power comes around from here, powers that dust, which powers that repeater, or rather depowers that torch, which depowers that repeater, which retracts that piston. So that block has been pulled down to there by the top piston. The top piston has now been pulled down to there by the bottom piston. Then what we want is for the top piston to pulse to grab that block down from there to there. That's what this whole circuit over here is for. Gets the power from that piece of dust to here. When the power is cut, this repeater right here turns off, and 2 ticks later the signal comes around from the other side. So a 2-tick pulse gets sent through this torch right here. A 2-tick pulse travels through from these 3 dust straight into this piston, straight into this block, and the piston is right down here at this point, right in this block right there. So it pulses up, grabs that block, and pulls it down the rest of the way. So that's how the double piston extender retracts. The way it extends, it's pretty simple. Just gets powered from different sides. Actually, it gets power first from there, which powers the top block, where the piston isn't yet. The next power comes in at the bottom block. The bottom block pushes the top piston up into position, then the top piston immediately pushes up the rest of it. So it's a very fast double piston extender design. As far as powering the side and top pistons, it's pretty much the same as the other one, with the exception of how I brought the power into this torch. And the other one I brought it in from directly below, and this one I bring it in from the side with the repeaters, with the repeater, dust, and then it goes into this torch. This torch powers the block next to it, and this block above, which powers that piston. So it powers those two pistons. Same idea over here, except that the power goes up to the top. Oh, and I actually, spoilers, I did multiple shoots of this clip, so that's why it was redone into the old design. That was the old design of the top mechanism, in case you didn't notice. But this is the new design for the top mechanism that puts it above. Either one of those designs will work just fine. It's really a trade-off between the height and how good it looks from the top, because this one is taller and looks better from the top, but that one is shorter and doesn't look quite as good. So that's basically the only difference that makes. Either way, you run a redstone line next to these pistons and power them. And then you have a pretty awesome 3x3 piston door. It is pretty much ridiculously fast. I think I'll definitely use this in my Let's Play, Farm Everything, though I will need to gather a whole lot of redstone to build this. I'm looking at the circuitry down here and realizing that that is a lot of redstone. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun strip mining that redstone. So subscribe to my channel to see my Let's Play, where I try to build this into a house on survival mode, and see my other awesome creations, like the player versus player map that I'm going to be making a video on soon. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.